President Biden talked with Ukrainian President Zelensky today. He laid this plan to provide $500 million in direct budgetary aid to the Ukrainian government. Also reviewed additional sanctions and humanitarian assistance announced by the United States last week. This is happening as Russia continues to shell areas throughout the Ukraine that leaders say that they say would scale back. Russia's moved troops out of the capital of Kyiv, but Pentagon officials say it might just be a reallocation of troops trying to focus on another area. Russia and Ukraine are in talks right now, but so far, no official steps taken. The number of refugees who have fled the war in Ukraine has reached more than 4 million now. Here's Janae with Dave with more.
Thanks, Dan. I was helping Ukraine in the fight against Russia. Law enforcement agencies announced they're sending equipment to Ukraine to protect people out on the front lines. Political Director Dave Price joins us now. Dave, Governor Reynolds says this is just the start of more help that'll follow.
Right, and this could be in a couple of ways. If you wanted a theme for today, really, it would be protection here. So the first part is protecting Ukrainians as they're fighting for the future of their country right now. But then also there's protection along with some new hope for the Ukrainian families who will end up resettling here in our state. Let's start with the first part. And this is some of the help that will first head to the Ukrainian consulate in Chicago. That's where they get all this stuff together. Then it'll ship overseas to help Ukraine to defend itself from the Russian invasion. Law enforcement from all across our state, there were 19 different agencies. They donated 146 protective helmets, 714 protective vests. The Ukrainians can use these to protect themselves as they're battling the Russian onslaught. Now, much of the country's defense, remember, it's coming from volunteer citizens. A lot of them have little training, little if any equipment. A Ukrainian immigrant who now lives in Dubuque is thankful for all this help that's arriving as he still has relatives and friends trying to survive there.
I lost two of my good friends. They were fighting for Ukraine on eastern Ukraine. Right now I have two more close friends who are fighting for Ukraine. They need help. Some of them, they don't even have vests. We really need and we really appreciate this support. I want to say that I would like to say and direct my message to all of the Iowans and all of the US citizens. We need to unite. We need to help. Only together we are the power. Only together we can stop that Russian evil.
Law enforcement officials also spoke at this announcement today and wanted people to know that this equipment that you just saw there, this is not a bunch of junk here. Now, it is equipment that went past the date that the manufacturer would state that it's the most effective, but they say it still provides a certain level of protection, especially for those people who don't have any protection at all as they are fighting against Russia. The governor said she has also let the Biden administration know that the state of Iowa will welcome Ukrainian families. She said she does not know yet how many people could come here or when these families could come here, but some of that work is now starting to go on before this all happens.
Yeah, a lot of things need to happen before that happens. I imagine, though, this collection, that's the easy part, right? Then getting to where it needs. Wow, that's
and she mentioned getting things there is a big challenge for sure.
Talking about challenges here a little closer to home, right? We're talking about the legislative session, and is it on schedule to end?
Yeah, that's
the big question, right?
That's always a question. And this seems like every year, no matter who's in power, there's this uncertainty at the end, and you have issues that are unresolved, and they're just blockading the door before everybody can go home. And the problem here is that you have certain issues that do not have similar agreements in both the House and the Senate. That's what they're trying to work through. Realistically, they could adjourn in the next week or two. So you're down to the last several important things here. Now, a couple of things the governor really wants here. She's got that plan to try to use tax dollars to let public school students switch over to private. She also has that idea to make sure that parents can know what their kids are learning and reading at school. And she has that proposal to require more biofuel use in the state. All uncertain, those three things. I asked her if it's time for her to get the Republican House Speaker, the Republican Senate President, and the governor all in one room. These three leaders try to work out this final agreement and get it over with.
You know, I think we try to communicate all the time. I try to hold, weekly meetings so that we can just keep the communication open. And that's what I'm going to continue to drive. You know, I'm sure they're having conversations. I'm having conversations. We're all having conversations. So it's just part of the process, working through.
So there are conversations.
Yes.
There's also sometimes a pattern here to this. Sometimes a governor, regardless of who that governor is, you kind of wait, and maybe when it looks like
Sure.
it's like mom or dad stepping in
Gotta
when the
step
kids
in.
can't get it. You know, the kids try to figure it out, they can't figure it out, and then the parent comes in. Not to talk down to these people here, but historically that's happened a few times here, right? Where the leaders can't get it all figured out, governor gets everybody in the room, like, all right, what do we need to get this done? Perhaps they're getting close to that point, but not there yet.
But close. Sounds like it.
Maybe.
All
Next
right.
week or two, maybe.
All right, thanks, Dave, for joining us, and we'll be right back with more after this.